Hello everybody, this is Doll Dazzler and welcome to my channel. In today's video I'm going to be sharing with you guys another doll out of my doll collection. This is Honey Bunch, and Honey Bunch was made in 1956 by Ideal. This doll can sometimes be confused with the Posy doll because of the markings. I'll show you that in just a second. But this is for sure Honey Bunch. She is a sitting doll, and that's the difference between the Posy and the Honey Bunch. I don't believe Posy was ever made to be a sitting doll, but this doll, she only sits. So she's got a very flat bottom for sitting. And she is made out of a very thick, heavy vinyl all the way through. She doesn't have any body joints at all. She's a one-piece vinyl doll, except for her head. Her head is on a ball joint. And the vinyl, it's very thick, as I said, and she's also stuffed with something. And I don't know what they fill this vinyl with. I think that there were earlier dolls that had this same type of stuffing going in underneath the vinyl or the plastic that they used. I don't know what they fill it with. If somebody knows what they've filled these dolls with, please leave that in the comments for me. So Honey Bunch has a very special feature. She has the flirty eye. So she's got the sleep eye, and then her eyes also move back and forth. And anytime that I see a vintage doll that has this function of the eyes, I usually purchase them because it is a very unique feature for them, and usually can make them pretty valuable. I don't know how popular or how easy it is to find a Honey Bunch doll. I did purchase her in an antique store, and I didn't know who she was at first, but she's got a lot of characteristics of an Ideal doll. So when I looked at her markings, I knew that VT is used by Ideal, and so she's marked VP, and I'll show you that in just a minute. So I kind of knew that she was an Ideal doll. Also, too, her hair is so very thick, but it's definitely resembles the hair off of Miss Revlon. Same kind of curls, thickness. She's just got a ton of hair. Very good condition, but some of the curls they can be fluffed out a little bit, but there's no cutting. Doesn't show any evidence of that anyway, and just a ton of hair. But like I said, the unique thing about this doll is that she has that flirty eye. So her eyes move back and forth, and they move back and forth really well until I want to get it on camera, of course. But throughout the video, you'll probably see her eyes move quite a bit because that function in her eyes does work really, really well. The dress that she's wearing, I don't believe it's her original dress. I bought her in this dress with the ribbon and everything, but it looks too new to be 1956. Possibly the pink dress is, well, it's probably 80s, and the ribbons are definitely new. But this is how I bought her in the antique store, so I kind of left her in it because it's very, very pretty on this doll. This doll is a very, very beautiful doll. The Miss Revlon dolls are beautiful dolls, and so she highly resembles the Miss Revlon doll, and quite possibly could have used her as a I don't know which one was made first, but not the same head mold, but very, very similar to that Miss Revlon doll. She gets this little stickiness from time to time, not as bad as some of the other dolls that I've made videos for. I think one of the Betsy McCall dolls that I have, that plastic gets really sticky and dirty quickly. And she has the tendency to get a little bit sticky, but She's a beautiful doll. There's nothing the matter with this doll other than the fact that she's not wearing her original clothing. Her markings, let me show you that on her neck. And I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see that. She actually has 2 markings on her. So up underneath her hair here, it'll say Ideal. Let's see if I can get underneath all that hair. It says Ideal, and then it says VP 17. And so I do know that the number is supposed to signify how tall they are. So if she's stretched out, she's probably 17 inches tall. But that VP, that's what can get confused with the Posy doll. Because she's marked with a VP as well. So that marking could very easily be from Posy, but this is not a Posy. She has that standing ability is Posy. So this doll always sits. So the vinyl, she is soft when you push on her vinyl. So she's filled with something, but she's all vinyl all the way through, and even her vinyl bottom to always be a sitting doll. She's a very, very pretty doll. I love this doll. I love the fact that her eyes, that she has flirty eyes. I think that it makes the doll so unique, very unique and pretty. She does still have all of her eyelashes, and her face paint is still very, very pretty in place. Maybe a tiny bit dirty on her cheeks, but other than that, I mean, she is just in really good condition. There's no tears on the vinyl either. I think the earlier dolls, they would have a tendency to tear and become very fragile and dry, and maybe that's why this vinyl kind of gets kind of it's not a residue, but it's kind of almost a little bit sticky to keep it pliable so that it doesn't break open. I don't know what the difference is between those besides company that made the dolls, but there are earlier dolls that are stuffed. I don't know what they're stuffed with. I don't know if it's some kind of a cloth, I think, but if anybody knows the answer to that question, please leave that in the comments for me. If anybody out there has a Honey Bunch doll or a Posy doll that they would be willing to share a picture or a video of, please leave that in the comments for me. It'd be interesting to see the differences between these 2 dolls because they are marked very similar. Oh, I forgot to show you that second marking that's on her neck, or on her back. So she's got this little metal thing that probably allows her, that probably holds the ball joint. And then up underneath there it says Ideal Doll P17, and then it has a little O with a line underneath it. So I don't know what that O signifies, but so she does have 2 markings on her. Well, if anybody has that Posy doll and a Honey Bunch together and would be willing to share a picture that shows the differences, that would be a fantastic thing to see what the differences are between these 2 dolls. So this is Honey Bunch. If you guys like this video, please like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.